Sort of a somber beginning, but we ended up winning the game with 5 runs in the 8th inning to come from behind to win 7-5.
He tells KDKA he's got his fingers crossed and he's trying to feel positive about this upcoming season, like many other people. Get the latest news, weather, and sports anytime at KDKA.com. Right now, it's the Nightly Sports Call.
Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Hello and welcome into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I am your host, Cassidy Wood. I'll be joined shortly by Susie Cool. Guys, there she is. You guys, we're back. It's been a minute since it's been us two here on the Sports Call, and what a day to be back together. Opening day for the Pirates. You know, Suze, normally it's very, very exciting. I think, you know, for Bucco fans here, it was exciting to a certain extent. Thankfully got a chance to go over there, and, you know, spirits were high in the beginning. You felt it opening day, everybody excited out there, you know, overcast but not raining, great weather, not too hot. Spirits were high. And then the first inning happened. 3 easy outs. Then the second inning happened, 2 runs for the Yankees. Third inning, 2 runs, more runs for the Yankees. Fourth inning, 3 runs for the Yankees. At that point, or maybe it was the fourth, at that point it was 7-1, just like that. And I ended up coming back here and getting ready for that 6 o'clock show. But, you know, it's a game that everybody kind of expected. I hate to say that, but I mean, it really is. Brian Reynolds getting the first home run of the season, you know, at home. That's exciting. But even then, it was just 7-1. O'Neal Cruz, again, I know the conversation continues with him out at center field. Again, there was kind of an error that he made out there. I don't know if his body language, it just seems like he doesn't like being out there. And so that's a topic of conversation, you know, but if he's not in center field, where do you put him? And, you know, it's unfortunate. I mean, Kutch did look great. That's another saving grace. Kutch made a great play in right field. It looked like the old Kutch, and he did have a base hit. So that was exciting. But, you know, I mean, like I said, kind of what we expected.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at the positives from today. It was opening day in Pittsburgh. Everybody loves getting back to PNC Park. And they were playing the New York Yankees, which happens once every couple of years, right? So there was a lot to be excited for. Not to forget the great weather as opposed to last year. I was at opening day last year and it was terribly cold against the Orioles. However, it was not the outcome that the Pirates wanted to start off this homestand at home, but everything else was in their favor, so that's good. However, I don't know where the Pirates go from here. This is not a good start to the season. We've been saying this since they kicked it off in Miami last week, but it looks like it's only getting worse.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees, too, they are the favorite to win it all this year. The torpedo bats, I know that's been a huge topic of conversation today. I really don't think it's impacting the game as much as people think, though. I was talking about this the other day with someone. When you have a torpedo bat, it's going to make, you know, if you're a solid hitter, pretty decent, maybe mediocre, it'll make you a little bit better. But if you're not a good hitter, it's not going to all of a sudden make you this amazing hitter. So I really don't think the torpedo bats are having that much of an impact. And Aaron Judge is just a beast right now. 6 home runs, maybe 7 through these first 7 games. I mean, it's just so impressive. And he's not doing it with a torpedo bat. So, you know, just really, really interesting to see how this series is going to play out. I would not be shocked if he ends up homering in every game this series. Richie and I were talking about that today. You know, I told him, hey, don't be shocked if he hits 3 home runs this weekend at PNC Park. I could see it happening. He's just, you know, so hot right now. But yeah, just an unfortunate drop for the Pirates. But I don't think it's anything. I think it literally by the book is what people expected. I think it's unfortunate Mitch Keller gave up 7 earned runs. You know, it would have been nicer to see him throw a little more heat out there. But I mean, it's just what we thought. Final score 9-4. You know, I probably will look similar tomorrow. What's interesting too, I don't know if you caught this video though, Susie. Bob Nutting walking into the park today, First of all, very shocking that he would take that entrance into the park among other fans, into the suite entrance. And of course, a bunch of fans started gathering around him, chanting, "Sell the team." One guy was asking him, he just wanted a quick word. "I just want a quick word with you, Bob." And obviously that was not the case. And, it's unfortunate that this team is where it is, but I mean, it's still a beautiful ballpark. There's still camaraderie there. I'm trying to pull positives from somewhere. Yeah.
I mean, Bob Nutting walking through the ballpark, that's not something you see every day, right? You know, maybe he's trying to set the tone for what type of season he wants, or trying to be one with the fans on opening day, right? But I think that goes to tonight's question of the night is, what is the biggest issue for the Pirates right now? Is it game managing? Is it salary? Is it lack of salary, therefore? Or is it talent development with this team? Is it just management as a whole whenever you're looking at Bob Nutting and the moves that he's making for this franchise? Right now, everybody is saying talent development. And honestly, I'm backing that too, because this team, this franchise, it's not just this team this year. The Pittsburgh Pirates have had all-star players on their rosters over the last 10 years, and they've let those guys go. Those guys have not succeeded in Pittsburgh, and they went on to win World Series with the Houston Astros. They are playing for the New York Yankees right now. They're playing for the LA Dodgers. So they're not developing here, but then they're going elsewhere and they're doing what they need to do in Major League Baseball. What is the problem in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of points to the coaching staff too. Derek Shelton, he was not, when they called him in the lineup today, some boos rang out. So I think it's a long-term issue for sure, but it doesn't help that they made virtually no moves this offseason. I mean, that's not going to win you many games. So again, I think, opening day, it was what it was. I think it's pretty much what everyone expected. People started leaving by the 5th inning, and unfortunately, I think that's kind of gonna be the playbook going forward for the rest of the season. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe some magic can happen. Who knows? All right, guys, we're gonna head to break. Please give us a call, 412-575-2600. The lines are already lighting up. I'm sure everyone wants to talk about the Buccos, so we'll hit those lines right after this.
Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 30 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior experts in roofing, siding, windows, and now offering electrical services. Call 1-800-NEW-ROOF or go to IrelandContracting.com.
Ireland Contracting is a family-run business.
We put quality products on the house, so you get the longevity. If that's through siding, either if it's vinyl or the Hardy product, you don't have to look or worry about that product ever again.
It's very satisfying for people to step outside the door and say, wow, your house looks amazing.
It's not just our name, it's our reputation.
Booking free estimates as early as tomorrow. Call today or visit us online at IrelandContracting.com.
There are more than 10,000 car chases reported every year in California.
Outrageously dangerous maneuvers.
Just rammed right into the back of the driver.
Spinning him right around.
Car Chase. Watch on Pluto TV.
On BetMGM Casino, there are so many jackpots that you never know when one will go. So many jackpots. So many jackpots. BetMGM Casino. Jackpots. So many.
Download to get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house. BetMGM Casino.
Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. This is your Xfinity Mobile tweet of the night from Underdog MLB. Most home runs hit in the first 1,000 games as a Yankee. Aaron Judge, 321. And Babe Ruth, 321. The great Bambino. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just so impressive what Aaron Judge has been able to do so far in this early season. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, what about the postseason? for some reason, it seems like he doesn't show up quite very much in the postseason comparatively. So we'll see. We'll see what happens throughout this season. Before we hit the phone lines, though, because I know most of this is going to be about the Pirates, I do want to shout out Ovechkin, Ovi, tying Gretzky's record today for goals. So, so impressive. And I just know we've been kind of watching this because Ovi, they're going to come here to Pittsburgh. Is he going to break it here in Pittsburgh? But it's looking like maybe not. There's about 5 more games until the Capitals come here to Pittsburgh. So we'll see what happens with Ovi. But he did tie Gretzky tonight, which is, I mean, impressive. We're literally watching history unfold. So it's very impressive to watch. All right, let's hit the phone lines. Bill in Fairmont, West Virginia, wants to talk Pirates. Bill, what's going on?
Hey, how are my 2 favorite ladies of Pittsburgh?
Oh, my goodness.
Good. How are you, Bill?
Oh, hanging in there. Hey, I wanted to know, did you guys know if the Pirates have any of these rocket bats, or are they going to get some and try them?
They don't. The torpedo bats, I don't think they do. I mean, we haven't seen them. I think it's mainly, I mean, obviously the guy who invented it is down in Miami with the Marlins. I think it was shocking the Yankees have as many as they do. I think they have like 3 or 4 that they're using. They did use one today. One of the guys, I forget who it was, but he used it later in the lineup. But yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I just really don't think these bats are having as much of an impact on this game as people think. I think that you still have to be a solid hitter, and then maybe you can incorporate them into your game, and it helps. It gives you a little boost. But I think if you're a below average hitter, it's not going to all of a sudden make you like an Aaron Judge.
Yeah, my take on this is, and it's going to be a hot take, is hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things to do in any sport, okay? So unless you're making perfect content, your bat doesn't matter what you're using, right? It's only going to help add to it if you make that perfect contact. If you hit a little bit above or a little bit below, you're still going to ground out or you're still going to pop up. So again, it has to be that perfect hit with this specific bat for it to be used the way that it's intended.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's go to Ray in Whitehall. Ray wants to talk some Pirates.
Yeah, I wanted to ask your lady's opinion. Is that I think it was Dejan Kovacevic, one of those guys on the internet, wrote an article saying that the Pirates actually claimed that they actually lost $2 million last year. I have difficulty believing it. It was very detailed. A lot of people were interviewed. I just wanted to get your opinion.
Like, lost it how? In the salary cap or in, like, commission? I would need more information on that. I don't know. Is he meaning, like, nutting in the park? I would need more specifics on that
I think I'd have to see the article itself.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not spending money. We can, I mean, that's obvious. So who knows? He could have lost a couple million last year.
Player-wise, and in terms of stadium revenue, it seems that PNC Park is doing quite fine. They're always continually getting renovated.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the money loss exactly would be.
Yeah, I would have to see that. Also, there's rumors that he's building this whole project on the North Shore right now too. So maybe the $2 million part of that. I don't know. Yeah. I would have to see that article. All right, let's go to Dave in Munhall. Dave wants to talk some Steelers. Dave.
Hello, Dave.
You there? Okay, maybe not. All right, let's go to Scott in Lebanon County. He wants to talk about Bob Nutting. Scott, what's going on?
Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it, though I feel bad for Dave for not getting on. But anyway, I don't know if you ladies remember the Orioles-White Sox game at Camden Yards years ago where there were no fans in attendance. If the Pirates fan base are that fed up with the Nutting regime, then I think the only way to get that SOB bankrupt and force him to sell the team is to boycott them by having a few of those fanless games at PNC. Do you ladies agree?
Yeah.
Honestly, Scott, I said this verbatim to Pomp the other day. I said, I don't think the only way to make a statement with how upset fans are with this team is to not show up. But Susie, you and I even talked about this tonight. it's like so entertaining. You go there, it's family fun environment, you know, good food. Like there's so much to do outside of the game itself that I think it makes it fun for families, especially young families, to go and do. And it's a fun event for everybody to go. So I don't see fans just sitting out, especially because in Pittsburgh in the summer, like that's what you want to do. You want to go to PNC Park.
But I think that's also what is such a hard pill for Pittsburgh Pirate fans to swallow. There were so many years where they were good. The Pittsburgh Steelers are good. The Pittsburgh Penguins are good. Going to PNC Park or going to the ballpark to watch the Pittsburgh Pirates for so many years, you were watching a competitive team. It's been a decade of watching a team that is not good, not meeting the mark that this once historic franchise, they're so historic, but very historic in the past, they're not reaching that any longer. So fans, we talked about this earlier. I feel like, and you said the same thing, it would take people not going to these games, but going to PNC Park in that atmosphere, it's not so much you go for what's on the field anymore unless it's a Paul Skeens day. You go for the entertainment in the ballpark, you go for the food, and you go to have a beer down on the North Shore after the game.
Yeah, and the camaraderie and all of that. Like, you want to be around people, and yeah, so I don't know. I don't really see it happening. But, you know, who knows? We'll see how these next two games go, how the rest of the series goes. I mean, I don't have the highest hopes, but who knows? I mean, with baseball, anything can happen. I do want to switch gears really quick and touch on some Steelers talk. Today, the Steelers did have 4 pre-draft visitors over on the south side. Ole Miss's quarterback Jackson Dart among them. The Steelers have been very interested in Dart over the last month, have shown a lot of interest really since the start of the new league year. And I mean, he seems like he would be a good fit here in Pittsburgh. They are, you know, looking for that long-term answer still at quarterback. My worry, though, is I just don't want to pull any triggers this year. I want to hold off, maybe even give the reins to Rudolph, pun intended, and just see what he can do this year, and then maybe rebuild your team next year when the draft is here in Pittsburgh. I feel like a broken record saying that, but I don't know. I just don't want to put too many resources in the quarterback position right now.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. You don't want to end up drafting somebody that's going to end up like Kenny Pickett, right?
Right.
So don't put all your eggs in that basket quite yet. You have Mason Rudolph. There's still other talks of other potential people. Maybe we could get into that.
Yep.
But, you know, I think that it might be best for the Steelers at this point. They kind of made their bet. They got to lay in it this season, right? See what happens, and then that come next year's draft, have that better pick if the cards don't fall in place.
Yeah, all right, guys, we're going to head to break. We have to go to our last one. Give us a call, 412-575-2600. We're going to talk a little more Steelers and a little more Pirates right after this.
And your night right with the latest from our region on KDKA-TV News at 11.
And get ready for the day ahead with the KDKA-TV Morning News starting at 4:30.
Do you yearn for connection? Are you in need of encouragement, hope? For over 40 years, my dad, Pastor Harold E. Salem, and the Christian Worship Hour have provided that beacon, a bright, shining light guiding those who are lost and alone into God's everlasting love. Though my dad is in heaven, his timeless messages live on. To experience profound power and life-changing biblical teachings, join Pastor Salem this weekend.
When you're hurt in a serious accident, you need serious help. You need Chafin Luhana.
I reached out to Chafin Luhana, thank goodness. By Chafin Luhana taking care of those initial calls and with the insurance company, it really allowed me to focus on the things that I needed to take care of.
Call 800-983-9497. Chafin Luhana has received over 1,000 five-star reviews from satisfied clients. Our attorneys have recovered over $1 billion. Call 800-983-9497 or go to chafinluhana.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, Kara, what's it like being the fastest woman in the world?
Me? I'm not.
But you work at Eyeglass World. You make people's glasses the same day. You're so fast.
Are you messing with me?
Do you get a lot of speeding tickets?
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $99. Or get 2 pairs of progressives for $199 the same day at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time for a different kind of power. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Overall EV and Hybrid brand. Right now, you can get a $299 per month lease or 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic Sport Hybrid Sedan.
Two best friends.
I'm not your best friend, Dave.
If you came here looking for laughs,
Can I talk to you for a second?
I can't hear you, but no.
you're in the right neighborhood.
Boom! Hey!
Oh, well. Let the fake friendliness continue.
The Neighborhood, tonight at 11.
Welcome back to the Sports Call. We're going to check in now with the news desk and see what they have coming up at 11. Hey, Ken.
Cassidy, a man steals a police car leading officers on a multi-state pursuit. It ends with a crash and that man shot by police. We'll have a live report. Plus the quick actions by rescuers to save a man swept away by High Creek waters. And more storms coming. Ray says flooding is possible. It's all coming up next on KDKA at 11. Cassidy.
Oh, man, I am so ready for the sunshine. And
we all are.
Thanks, Ken. All right, guys, before we go, I do want to talk about this big night out that we have coming up on Wednesday. A lot of people, oh, by the way, remember, if you want to, you can vote, scan your QR code, or put your phone up there, scan the QR code and vote. Let your voice be heard. Let us know what the biggest issue for the Pirates is right now. Switching gears to the Steelers, though. So big night out, Pat McAfee show, Wednesday night in PPG Paints. You know, he's been teasing that there's all these surprises that are going to happen on Wednesday night, and we are still waiting to hear from Sir Aaron Rodgers. Everyone knows that they do have a close connection. He's on the show every Tuesday. So a lot of talks, people thinking that maybe Aaron's holding off to announce on Wednesday. Now, obviously, the Steelers, if they have a say in it, probably wouldn't like that to happen. Pat has come out and said he doesn't have that kind of pull. He can't ask him to do that. But we know Aaron Rodgers, and I would not put it past him to do something like that.
He's crazy. I could see him possibly doing something like that. I don't think it's very likely that he's going to. However, what an announcement that would be. And Cassie, I have to call you out on something. It's big night out. Yeah, you really gotta pronounce the Pittsburgh way. So
big night out.
Yeah, there you go.
Got to really hit it in the gut. Guys, I'm working on it. I'm working on the Inter accent. I'll get there. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For me and Susie Cool, I hope you guys had a wonderful opening day despite the loss. And hopefully, you know, we can back the Pirates in some way. All right, have a great night. Same time, same place next week. I'll see you then.
Pella has 5 window lines, great for your